MP Keith Scotland named as Minister in the Ministry of National Security. Comfort Inn and Suites receive Green Key certification. IDA political leader talks crime at Robinson's commemoration. And Division of Food Security forms Wildfire working group. Good evening, I am A.N.R. Welcome to the Tobago Updates Television News for Thursday, July 25th, 2024. Now to our top story. Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley has announced new measures to address the country's criminal response challenges. Speaking at today's post-cabinet media briefing, Dr. Rowley announced MP for Port of Spain South Keith Scotland as a minister in the Ministry of National Security. Dr. Rowley said Scotland will be responsible for police matters and will work along with Minister Fitzgerald Hinds specifically on police issues. Here's more.
Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley, who also serves as chairman of the National Security Council, highlighted that he regularly meets with senior officials from the police service.
They did need some more vehicles to have a more effective police patrolling arrangement. The cabinet responded by providing the money so that they can get 50 vehicles at short notice. We got that done.
To further strengthen the government's efforts, Dr. Rowley has advised the President to appoint an additional minister to the Ministry of National Security.
We believe that an additional management interface with the government, with the cabinet, is required. So I have appointed MP Keith Scotland as Minister in the Ministry of National Security, particularly to deal with police issues.
This new minister will work under the guidance of the current minister with a specific focus on police response and related issues.
Not the least of which is the police and, of course, offender management of illegal immigrants, and drug trafficking and money laundering, along with drug enforcement. These are some of the main police assignments.
Given the importance of these issues to the Cabinet's overall strategy, Prime Minister Rowley confirmed that Minister Scotland will also serve as a member of the Cabinet. This appointment ensures that the Ministry's work on these critical areas will be directly communicated to and considered by the Cabinet. Trevicia Phillips, Tobago Updates Television News.
Many hotels worldwide have achieved Green Key certification, which means they are making a difference in the environment. Comfort Inn and Suites Tobago has been added to that list. Today, an awards ceremony was held to celebrate this achievement of being Green Key certified. Ariana Scipio has the story.
Director of Green TNT, Willard Harris, shared that the organization is a national operator for the Green Key program. He was pleased about Comfort Inn's latest achievement.
The evaluation criteria encompasses environmental management and energy efficiency, waste reduction, and water conservation. Successful candidates earn certification valid for 1 year, with eligibility for the renewal following subsequent evaluations.
General Manager of Comfort Inn and Suites Tobago, Maria Yip John, stated that it was an honor to receive the Green Key certification. She underscored its importance since the hotel is on the cusp of its 2nd anniversary.
So to be a new hotel opening in this fair and to have such an achievement, we do feel rewarded and highly. It's very emotional for our team, let me just tell you that. The past year has been a tough journey for us because it's been a journey of a lot of dedication and hard work towards this certification.
Director of Product Development and Destination Manager at TTAL, Wendell Walker, said today's event marked a significant milestone for Comfort Inn as the hotel became the 7th and largest property on the island to achieve this certification. He noted that Tobago has the highest number of Green Key certified properties across the English-speaking Caribbean, with St. Kitts and Nevis and Trinidad having only one.
This enhances our competitive positioning and is testimony to our commitment to developing Tobago as an eco-friendly destination, adhering to the principles of sustainable tourism. In strengthening the brand and reputation of the island, which is represented by Tobago Beyond, Green Key increases the appeal of Tobago among environmentally conscious travelers.
Walker said it was of great importance given the growing demand for tourist destinations in the UK and German markets. He highlighted that TTAL seeks to promote responsible tourism practices on the island, such as recycling, energy conservation efforts, and purchasing from farmers within the community. Ariana Scipio, Tobago Updates Television News.
The Division of Food Security, Natural Resources, the Environment and Sustainable Development has formed another group, the Tobago Wildfire Management Working Group. The division said this initiative is part of the biodiversity conservation and agroecological land restoration of productive landscapes in Trinidad and Tobago, also known as BioReach Project. This project is an initiative of the Ministry of Planning and Development and will be ongoing for 4 years. It aims to conserve biodiversity, restore degraded landscapes, and improve the livelihoods of rural communities in Trinidad and Tobago. At the ceremony of the division, Natisha Charles Pantin presented the instruments of appointment to the working group members, underscoring the importance of the group's role in safeguarding Tobago's environment. Members of the working group are Sandra Williams, responsible for technical oversight, Julian Stanislaus, chairperson, and Darren Henry as deputy chair. Charis Wallace, Darion Mitchell, Basil Winchester, Vaughn Charles, Linford Beckles, and Ayana Ramsumer are members, while Whitney Martin is the secretary for the group. We'll take a short break and come back with more. Stay with us.
Pam Star Promotions and Charns Bookstores are happy to bring the 2024 New Wave Maths Championships to Lowlands Mall, 8th to 10th August. Participants must be between ages 9 to 12 years. Lots of prizes to be won. To register, call 471-2604. For the best prices on school books, WhatsApp 471-2604 or 371-4824. 3 lucky students will win their book list for free.
Glass Supplies has been a leading name for over 37 years in the glass and aluminum market in Tobago. We provide an extensive range of high-quality, innovative aluminum and glass products for commercial and residential use. Competitive prices with superior and professional services by committed employees who are guided by rigid quality standards. Tobago Glass Supplies specializes in the manufacture and installation of glass and aluminum products that are essential to today's homeowners and the business environment. We are engaged in marketing, sales, and installation of a variety of products. These ranges from windows and doors to necessities such as mirrors for homes and vehicles, designed and manufactured in-house or imported.
On Sunday, 28th July, Fandango in collaboration with KCNN Rentals presents Christmas in July at Signal Hill Senior Comprehensive Family Extravaganza and Expo from 11 a.m. Sorrel, ginger beer, hops and ham, crab and dumplings, pop-up market, health fair, and more. Show starts 2 p.m. Free gifts and toys for the kids. Fun and games, live entertainment. Tickets at Party Paradise, Scarborough, Sherwood Foods, Canby, Triple L Minimart, Spring Garden, Fairways Restaurant and Lounge, Lowlands, Economy Veggie Mart, Penny Service Compound, Zoya Vessels, Bill Brown Compound, CPA Computers, Port Mall, only $100 at the door. You pay more. For info, 399-4030 or 682-2888. Christmas in July. Bring the whole family and have a grand time.
See me, oh my God.
Welcome back. Every year, survivor Wendell Eversley walks, fasts, and calls on the nation to remember the 1990 attempted coup. Since the death of former President and Prime Minister Arthur A.N.R. Robinson in 2014, Eversley has been walking in Tobago to the graveside, hoping to raise awareness of the significance of one of the country's darkest moments. Many times he did this alone, and other times he was joined by various politicians. But today, he was joined by over a dozen people, including one of Robinson's relatives, the most since he has been doing it. More in this report from Candice Jackson.
Following A.N.R. Robinson's death in 2014, Wendell Eversley began paying his respects to the former president and prime minister for his bravery and patriotism during the 1990 attempted coup. Just 20 years old at the time, Eversley was in Parliament on July 27, 1990, during a sitting when it was stormed by Muslim insurrectionists. He was beaten and witnessed attacks on parliamentarians and laymen.
Brought back in the main chamber, drag a woman, not lift her up, and drag a woman, brought her in front of me, watch her bleed to death, blood coming out her mouth, side of her belly.
The lady was Parliament Clerk Lorraine Caballero. Eversley also witnessed Robinson stand up to the insurrectionists yelling, "Attack with full force," to the army, for which he suffered a shot in his leg. It changed his life. And every year on the anniversary of the coup, he calls for the country to remember this act of bravery.
This was an attack on the people of Trinidad and Tobago, an attack on our democracy. It was an attack on our parliament, the highest court of the land. Why are we failing in our duty? This is our history, but I want us to read about American history.
Although politicians like Ansel Dennis, Kelvin Morris, and Watson Duke have joined him over the years, Eversley remains disappointed that several administrations of the THA have not stood with him in remembrance.
Do you all know every single year I come to Tobago, I deliver a letter to the chief secretary, I deliver a letter to the minority leader, I deliver a letter to the presiding officer. I know it's the most hurtful thing. They don't even give you an acknowledgement.
However, this year he was joined by the political leader of the IDA, Dr. Denise Soyafat Angus, who stated that Robinson's heroic efforts during the attempted coup must be remembered for 3 reasons.
Is the resilience of our people. The next is for justice. He was passionate about justice. And lastly, about prosperity of our people.
Eversley was also joined by Robinson's nephew, Ellis Robinson. He noted that his uncle at the time was trying to fix the economy of the nation, but his efforts were misunderstood and led to the events of 1990.
And to any succeeding government, that is something you need to study. Because if you don't understand what fell down there, then you could very well make that same mistake. And this time, as we are saying, it's going to be worse.
The Council of Orisha Elders, Tobago Division, also stood with Eversley. They referred to Robertson as Chief Olokun Igbaro, and Membership Officer Awo Olafin prayed for his legacy to not be forgotten.
I pray and I demand that as we move forward, that the knowledge, the essence of this title that he received will be taught in our schools, will be taught at our community centers.
Candice Jackson, Tobago Updates, Television News.
Our nation's history is riddled with narratives of struggle and resilience from which many of our iconic heroes arose. The year 1990, a dark chapter in the story of Trinidad and Tobago's history, would forever serve as a reminder of the sacrifice and determination of our nation's heroes, Arthur Napoleon Robinson, who served this country with pride in the capacity of Chief Secretary, Prime Minister, and President. Today, a few patrons and officiants gathered to honor his legacy as the anniversary of the 1990 attempted coup approaches. We asked attendees why this event was significant for them.
The significance of this event is to remind people of a great man, which was A.N.R. Robinson, and we must not forget our history, right?
We are not recognizing up to today his contribution of what he did. History is not going to excuse us for this. we have to be teaching the children in Trinidad and Tobago exactly what happens here.
These people took up guns and assaulted our democracy. We mustn't forget that. Because if we forget it, people who don't remember the history will perish.
Earlier today, key speakers at the A.N.R. Robinson Commemoration Day held at his gravesite in Bacalet, Tobago, delved into a poignant discussion pertaining to crime in the country. Former presiding officer and political leader of the IDA, Dr. Didi Soyafat Angus, and former commander of Trinidad and Tobago Cadet Force, Ellis W.G. Robinson, who is the late A.N.R. Robinson's nephew, shared their perspective and suggested what could be done to remedy the problem. Reporter Tanisha Williams has the details.
Today was meant to be a day of remembrance for A.N.R. Robinson's life. However, given the increasing crime statistics in Trinidad and Tobago, IDA political leader Dr. Denise Soyafat Angus felt compelled to address the issue of crime alongside the day's significance.
With the declining economy, we are seeing rising crime and murders across the country, and more so in Trinidad and Tobago. I mean in Tobago, more so in Tobago.
Dr. Soyafat Angus also noted that this is the first time Tobago has experienced such a surge in crime and questioned whether this increase might be linked to economic factors.
We have never seen this level of crime in Tobago, murders in Tobago as we are seeing now. And so you have to ask yourself, are they linked?
She emphasized that crime is everyone's business, noting that children are not born criminals but are shaped into criminals by their environment and circumstances.
Crime is not just the government, the police. It's about all of us. Children are not born criminals. They grow to be criminals. And therefore we have some responsibility from birth to adulthood as to how we all contribute to stemming that.
Meanwhile, Ellis Robinson, A.N.R. Robinson's nephew, suggested that the current government should examine the events of the coup from the 1900s to prevent a reoccurrence. He noted that while the country has improved its defenses, criminals have also become more intelligent.
And to any succeeding government, that is something you need to study. Because if you don't understand what fell down there, then you could very well make that same mistake. And this time, as we are saying, it's going to be worse. Yes, the army and the police are more equipped, better equipped with weapons than they were in 1990. But the bandits and the illegal firearms are way more complex, and they are way more prevalent on the streets of Trinidad and Tobago. So it's something that we have to pay heed to. It is something that we need to study.
Tobago's murder toll currently stands at 16 for the year thus far. Tanisha Williams, Tobago Updates Television News.
You're watching the Tobago Updates Television News. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at Tobago Updates. More news after this.
Deltec Distributors Weekend Special Wings Friday. £3 wings, 2.5 kilogram fries. Special 100 TT Soup Saturday. £2 cube beef, £2 cow heel, £2 chicken foot, £2 pigtail or smoke bone. Special $150 Super Sunday. £3 leg and thigh chicken, £3 sliced pork, £3 lamb slice, £3 cheese, 2 pack of pasta. Special $250. Located Main Road, Argyle, Tobago. We deliver 20 TT. Contact us on deltecdistributors.com 395-5040 or 237-0102. Deltec Distributors Weekend Special.
Coconut's Cafe, the buffet restaurant that specializes in all your tasty local dishes. For breakfast and for lunch. Breakfast includes coconut bake and sada roti, served with chokers, bull joil, and sausages in tomato sauce. Not forgetting beef and cheese pies, shepherd's pie, macaroni pie, and rice in various styles. Meat served in a variety of flavors, garden salads, and pasta salads. All this accompanied by fruit juices, coconut water, your choice of a great combination to appease your taste buds. So call us today to order, as we are here to accommodate your busy schedules or if you are having a cooking day off.
Get your quality furniture and appliances at Standards. Frigidaire gas range $599. Serta base and mattress $1,899. RC 50-inch smart 4K TV as low as $2,599. Yes, at Standard. Nobody beats us on price. Believe it.
Said I'm falling, falling, I'm falling. As I lay in my bed with my head to the ceiling. Say I'm drowning alone and I'm lost in my feelings. Somebody send me a sign, cause you know that I need it. Can't even come back to me, cause you know you're my healing.
This is how it's gonna go. They better look up and low, cause this is your show, and everybody's gonna know. Say it to them once again. They better look up and low. This is your show, and everybody's gonna know. That's how it's gonna go. They better look up below, cause this is your show.
Welcome back. Magdalena Grand Beach and Gulf Resort goes back for bidding. The Magdalena Grand Beach and Gulf Resort in Tobago is set for a revised request for proposal confirmed by Evolving Technologies and Enterprise Development Company, E-Tech. The decision follows internal discussions aimed at adopting a new approach for better results. Janae Campbell has the details.
The 178-room hotel in Lowlands was put up for sale in April 2022. In October 2019, Finance Minister Colin Imbert mentioned discussions with Apple Leisure Group about managing the resort. Rick Tuckwell-Shukta, CEO of the Anything Group, pointed to pricing issues as a key obstacle to the sale, stressing the need for competitive pricing given the property's age and necessary infrastructure upgrades. He refuted claims that Tobago lost an opportunity with Sandals Resort International, which withdrew in 2019 due to negative publicity. Tuckwell-Shukta underscored the critical role of exceptional customer service, citing his company's success in improving customer experience and profitability for over 250 clients globally through training and digital marketing solutions. Chane Campbell, Tobago Updates, Television News.
Finance Minister Colin Imbert announced that the government loans amounting to $14 billion over 9 months have not increased the country's public debt. He clarified that a media report misrepresented the impact of the government borrowing on public debt. From October 2023 to June 2024, central government and government-guaranteed principal repayments totaled to $9.2 billion, reducing the net public debt accordingly. Additionally, $2.67 billion in debt involved refinancing, which did not increase the public debt. Imbert emphasized the principal repayments and refinancing must be deducted from the total debt financing to ascertain true borrowing levels. Consequently, the public debt increased by $4.07 billion and not $14 billion. He also noted that the recent fundraising by the National Investment Fund and First Citizens Investment Services did not add to the government's debt. The Water and Sewerage Authority is the latest company to warn the public of fraud being propagated through WhatsApp. In a message to the public, WASA states that the customers have reported receiving WhatsApp messages warning them of disconnections or demanding payments for outstanding bills. WASA advised customers not to divulge personal or account information to any individual not acting with the company's authorization. They are also advising customers to contact the customer call center toll-free at 800-4420 or 800-4426 to clarify any issues with their WASA account. The weather report is next. Stay with us.
It's a different type of thing down there. Man, we party till we drop down there. With a lot of pretty girls down there. Down in Tobago.
Welcome to the Magdalena Grand Beach and Golf Resort, where we will be hosting the very first annual CM Golf Academy Charity Golf Tournament. Some of the proceeds from this tournament will be going to my childhood school, the Montgomery Government School, and our neighboring school, the Boko Government School, where we will be assisting students in various needs. We'll be having players from all over the globe, friends from Canada, Barbados, and also here in Tobago and from Trinidad, and few friends from America as well. So you can come here in the land of sea, sun, and sun, and come and have some fun with us here in Plantation.
Good morning, good morning, put a smile on your...
Oh yeah! I said I can't wait for Tobago in October. Embark on an adventure to the greatest little island on the planet. Tobago invites you to ritual, revelry, and release. Whining in the Bago sun, having Bago fun in Bago drinking rum. We go jump up and carry on. From October 25th to the 27th, 2024, experience the energetic vibe, the vibrant colors, and the unforgettable spirit of the Tobago Carnival. Down here in Tobago. In Tobago. Whether you're tripping down the road or marveling at the beauty and creativity of our artisans, Tobago Carnival is an adventure. I said I wait and I wait and I wait and I wait for Carnival to come. So I call all my friends, making my plans for the Tobago Carnival fun. Join us for ritual, revelry, and release. Tobago Carnival 2024, where every moment is memorable. I said I can't wait for Tobago in October.
Here's what to expect of the weather tonight into tomorrow from the TNT Met office. Tonight, mainly fair and hazy despite a few lingering showers. Tonight's temperature should be around 26 degrees Celsius. Tomorrow, expect predominantly dull, hazy and breezy conditions despite the likelihood of spotty showers in some areas. Wind may gust at times, especially near showers. A fair but hazy night is expected. Tomorrow's temperature should reach a high of 32 degrees Celsius with a heat index of 36 degrees Celsius. Seas moderate with waves to 1.5 to 2 meters in open waters and below 1 meter in sheltered areas. Sunrise at 5:50 and sunset at 6:28. Minister in the Office of the Prime Minister with responsibility for gender and child affairs, A.N.R. Webster Roy, handed over Braille copies of the National Strategic Action Plan on Gender-Based and Sexual Violence of Trinidad and Tobago. The NSAP, GBV, and SV document is structured around prevention, protection, persecution, punishment, and the effective provision of redress for victims and survivors of gender-based and sexual violence. This includes children, the elderly, and the disabled. Minister Webster Roy thanked the United Nations system, particularly the United Nations Population Fund, for their continuous assistance in capacity building, research, and financial and technical support. Executive of the Trinidad and Tobago Blind Welfare Association, Kenneth Stewart, and the first Vice President of the Persons Associated with Visual Impairment received the Braille NSAP. Minister Webster Roy encouraged them to ensure that visually impaired citizens have access to it. She also urged citizens to be more caring towards women, children, and the differently abled. And that's how we end this evening's newscast. Let's recap the headlines before we go. MP Keith Scotland named as Minister in the Ministry of National Security. Comfort Inn and Suites receive Green Key certification. IDA political leader talks crime at Robinson's commemoration. And the Division of Food Security forms Wildfire Working Group. I am A.N.R. Thank you so much for joining us. Have a great night.